in this draft for sure here on the side of FlyQuest. This bottom lane duo is a big question mark for me, though. You can block some of the Varus damage with the wind wall, I suppose.
But also, like, it's really good into Syndra.
Do you see Inspired wants to turn that into a larger advantage, though, here at level 4. Let's see how Gigo responds. Does, of course, have his flash.
Yeah, in comes Inspired. Doesn't quite get the fadeaway there, as Guigo does have that Q charged up. Flash is pretty late there, but Inspired holds onto the turret aggro, and that is a gorgeous dive for first blood onto Bwipo.
Yeah, just holding that aggro is all they needed to do. They have the setup. They've got the pillar. Does have bot side prio, but really frustrating situation here for this early game for Furia, who find themselves nearly 1,000 gold behind. There's another all-in.
The flash pulve as they're layering the CC. Teleport to immediately come down, though, as Jojo, I don't think, got the memo that they were getting out of there, because Bwipo's coming in, and he really wants to stake. He's going to be able to pick it up. No more cowbell, at least for the next 10 seconds.
Going so late up here to the top side. Won't miss a ton of minions here, but still, the tempo advantage is hugely flies.
Well, there's a headbutt pulve, as the trample are going to come down as well, but the scat of the week was so good. There's the flash in from Tatu, though, but he gets knocked up. Busio in perfect position. And there is the unleashed power to lock down the kill for Inspired. Jojo just trying to get himself out of there, and he will be able to do so.
Yeah, it wasn't quite.
It was on cooldown. I'm really, maybe it was used a little bit early. So a little bit unfortunate there for Toots, but that's fine. As Guigo down to 300, Bwipo just gone. Oh my god, he just killed him. Okay.
Now looking to fight for grubs here. Busio does have level 6. I mean, all summoners available here for the bot duo. This is a really big risk here for Furia.
It is.
This is trouble.
This is what their composition wants to do. The flash heal to come on through there, but he just gets eaten. Shockwave does come down, but doesn't do too much of anything at all as they knock up the cow. And Busio is still looking for even more. They'll take Jojo on their way out, and my goodness, this is an absolute shellacking here.
And, you know, we knew from the outset as AG.AL will survive, but has to use his flash. We knew from the outset that if this comp falls behind even slightly, like I said earlier on, it's impossible to play.
Oh, it's a fancy new UI. I guess I can't see the dragons, but I couldn't see the dragons because they were not there.
They were not there.
That's why that was a thing. FlyQuest now going to be moving one away from collecting the feats of strength as well, as far as those objectives are concerned.
Look at where Bwipo has the lane. He's like, I'm the only person they could try to dive or make a play on because we're doing dragon on the bottom side, and I'm just going to hug turret and keep the wave right here so I can both farm and you can't kill me. Okay, they're baiting him a little bit, though.
He sliced and diced, he got himself in, but the Dominus is going to keep him so healthy. Let's see whether they can actually kill him. He just needs one more Q and he's going to get all that health back. There it is, as they should be able to take him down. There is the kill. That's a good flash from Guigo as he makes his way out, and Tatu didn't have the turret aggro, and so that is going to be a successful dive against Bwipo.
I feel like it was an intentional choice by Bwipo, but they didn't quite have the distance, or the Spire wasn't quite there in time, I should say. The distance was too great.
Well, FlyQuest is thinking about killing the turret, but Guigo was being cheeky and tried to kill the minions, so they had to kill him. Busio and Quad still in position, but it is just going to be half the health bar as these dark spheres are really starting to hurt.
They don't know where Inspired is, but they're about to find out. And Guigo is not going to like it.
He's going to go straight past the ward as Guigo is just dead, guys. There is no way that he's getting out of that one. There is a teleport in, but now it's Toots just kind of here watching them kill his turret. He's going to have to wait for Tatsu to make his way up. First turret is going to be feats of strength over to FlyQuest as well.
Gigo also has teleport, but I don't know how relevant this Aatrox is going to be in this skirmish. The window is closing, though, and I think FlyQuest may just simply have been a little bit too slow to show up on this one. So, again, small victory here, small pickup.
They will be able to take an uncontested dragon here towards the bottom side of the map. Tatu wants nothing to do with it. He's just going to take himself back to base. Still holding on to the Rift Herald. We'll see where Shelly does pop down.
Ocean Drake here for the soul. It's...
Yeah,
they force Furia to come over and contest Otacon, and then they just grab turret, and then they can collapse back in. And, I mean, this is going to be a sandwich here, potentially.
Yeah, you're already taking a third of his health bar there from a combo from Quad. As Furia, a bit of a desperation start like you were talking about, Wolf. There is the Shockwave landing onto a couple as Busio still not taken down, able to get out scat of the week onto the entire team, it feels like. And Masu is just free hitting wherever he wants to go. That's a very hungry crocodile as he takes down the Yasuo, and Guigo is just limping his way out. It looks like the consolation, or at least the prize of the Otacon will go over to Fly without any more contest.
That is going to be such a huge win for them. Already, a massive lead in pedals, and the XP is going to flow.
Because it was a very late first Drake. So here at 22.5 minutes, they don't have to worry about a soul just yet. But man, that is not even a silver lining. That is like a gray that looks a bit shiny in certain lighting. Yasuo takes 45% of your armor or something like that, but 45% of Infinity is still really large. So Bwipo now going to be fighting against Guigo here towards this bottom side as Inspired, just waiting for his angle of attack. And now there are 3 people here. He's chasing after this Yasuo. The last breath comes in, and it's exactly that, ladies and gentlemen. There's the pulverize. It is going to connect as Bwipo finally will go down. It's a 1-for-1, so I guess that's good for Furia because the ones on the side of FlyQuest are way more dangerous, but not anymore. The piercing arrow coming down. The pulverize is there to protect Toots, but now he has to get out. And this turret should be following suit.
Yeah, a very strong fight here for FlyQuest, despite it being an even trade. They got rid of one of the threats. And this is a risky call here. I'm not sure if this is going to work out for Toots, but he's going for it.
We're going to try and take down Busio. That didn't quite work out there, but the rest of the team are now in position. A possible flank angle. There are some CDs that have been used up, and Busio will be the one to fall down first. They're still trying to chase this one out. The dissonance will be able to help Toots catch up. And Scat of the Week coming on down. Guigo dealing with these orbs coming on through, but he seems to be able to do so. Is now Inspired in a fair bit of trouble. The King's Tribute not helping out at all because no one died on the side of Furia. And here are some shutdowns.
TP.
Scat of the Week didn't land because they ain't weak anymore. Unless Bwipo has something to say about it. Culvermeek coming on forward there as Jojo will be going down. That is a dangerous spear. And that is a second one. The slices and dices are coming on in. He's put into the bouncy castle, but that is a double kill now for Quad, really asserting his orb dominance on the Orianna.
IU's going to get a mid turret here, which is bounty gold as well. Ocean Soul is going over here to FlyQuest, but it could have been a Baron and a Baron turn here, but they got a little bit eager there on that bottom side, and Bwipo is so incredibly strong, I can understand.
And they did a decent job, interrupting the slide and things like that, as we are straight into the action here, as Tatu not going to get stunned up by the Scat of the Week, but that pillar placement was just obscene from Inspired. Down goes the Xin Zhao, and now no one's going to be able to get anything done. And of course, the wallets are just that little bit too heavy on FlyQuest's side. No chance here for Furia in a straight up 5v5 without the turrets helping out, without that positioning that they had the last time around. And without Guigo now, that will allow this front door to be opened and FlyQuest to just knock it down.
That should be the end of this one. There was one heroic defense, one moment there for Furia at the end, but with a draft like this, the all-in attempt fails, and FlyQuest will soar into the knockout stage.
Really good to see the bounce back here from FlyQuest. It was a difficult day yesterday. This time around, though,
is so scary under an act, and I think a lot of the time when people pick this champion, it's something that you can go even on, hard to punish, but when Bwipo gets it, he just runs the game over.